YouTube. New World Amazon Games has shut down, and although I'm not really familiar with it, as a veteran MMO player, I would like to review what other content creators said about the game, and I've selected Divium Furor because he's usually has a very objective view on most games, I would say. So, he's not really paid to say stuff, or like the game so much that he can't give an objective opinion on it. And so it's very hard for today to find reviews that are like that. And so we're gonna watch the video. He's also very funny, so it's one of the few content creators that I usually watch when it comes to gaming related stuff. So let's go ahead and watch the video. I haven't watched it at all, and I'm using it as information about the game and what happened, and then giving my own thoughts on it.
Some time ago, Amazon Game Studio decided to close one of its branches, the one in Irvine, California, United States, and this branch was responsible for New World MMORPG. And New World has announced there gonna be no more significant updates and the game development are halted. Personally, I expected this to happen, as this company, Amazon Game Studio, didn't do a single A tier or S tier game. B tier games, that what they could do at most. I know it, and everybody else know it, that Amazon Game Studio exists only because it's subsidized by its warehouse and cloud business, okay? I don't believe they are making any money. So I open the YouTube, I open the Reddit, and what I read on Reddit, what I see, what my eyeballs are seeing. People have positive sentiment towards Amazon Game Studios. Some of them even cry, and everyone is upset that they are closing.
I think about
Holy shit.
all the memories, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I think of all the memories. I think it just reminds me of I've been playing this game for over 4 years.
Did everyone forgot that Amazon Game Studio is Californian nest of liberal far left nose ring Karens?
Jesus.
What about Lost Ark?
Politics
Lost Ark
in
censorship and race swap. What about Throne and Liberty? Body type A, body type B, no boob slider palette swap. Wizard, you are completely crazy. Who cares that there is body type A or body type B? You are completely paranoid. You are like those chatters that type Vogue on chat where they see black woman in trailer. You are completely unhinged and you should take your meds because you clearly forgot.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
I may be balding fat fuck, but this comes with one advantage. I have access to ancient knowledge. And now I will tell you the story. About 1,000 years ago, in my country, we had public debate about homosexual marriages. And my ground was, well, who gives a fuck if two dudes want to cross their swords? Alright, that's not my business. Or two ladies want to engage in scissor action, okay? This is not my business. They should be allowed to do it. And I had a debate with my family that, well, how to describe it. In my family, every generation had a priest. Plus, in our family house, there is an altar in the center of the home that have dirt from Jerusalem imported, okay? So we are talking about high-level stuff. And I am there, trying to convince my close ones and my family it's not a big deal. Because rhetoric back then was quite reasonable. You are born and you don't choose if you like dick or pussy. It's built in. you get the DLC and you cannot uninstall it, okay? Fast forward to modern day, 10 letters and 10 orientations later. You can choose your sexuality, you can choose your gender, nothing is set in stone, everything is fluid. What you feel and what you are depends on the moon phases, you know?
Oh my God.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It's not about the people, it's not about the progress, it's about to oil up your ass ring to prepare you for huge penetration. Tiny, innocent, small steps. Tiny steps to prepare you for the big boy. And one day, you wake up, it's Tuesday, and now you feel this intense sensation. And this is all you can do because it's too late. It's done. And honestly, fuck those shitty ass pay to win Korean games. But look how many our beloved franchise has already fallen. Dungeons and Dragons, Witcher,
What?
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings,
What the?
and finally, one of those nests of this woke cabal has burned. We should celebrate, but no, everyone is, oh, you are good. That game was so good. Underappreciated. Shut the fuck up! This game is like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 at best. In good day, okay? Indie game AAA budget. That's the new word. And you are crying over it. From nostalgia. What the fuck is happening to this fucking community? What the fuck happened to you? And on top of that, let's don't forget that you guys are getting New World Current Free Edition. Yes, Chrono Odyssey, that's almost copy of New World, and you're gonna have game to play. What about my games? What about my games that got tarnished forever with the identity politics and they are beyond recovery? I'm so mad I have to lay down. But before that, let me use my mighty power.
What does this have to do with New World? What the fuck? I thought it was, oh my God. I thought it was actually a review of you know, the game.
Fortunately, in 2 weeks we're gonna play Aion 2.
Oh yeah, baby. Aion 2, let's go.
And this time gonna be different. How could the corporation lie to us? How could they deceive us? We waited 10 years for this game. We're gonna play it and it's gonna dethrone World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy and every other game before.
Okay, so I'm not I'm not as crazy as to say it's gonna dethrone anything. I'm just saying that it has a really good chance of being a solid game, and a lot of people who played Aion 1 are 100% gonna try on 2, even if they try for one month or something. You know.
For it and after it, it's gonna be for next decade. Best.
I mean, honestly, if it lasts 4 years like New World, hey, I'm gonna play it. Like, it's just, even if it shuts down after 3 years, you know, not shut down, but like, even if I would say after 3 years it becomes more pay to win, at least we got 3 years of good quality content. So.
MMO. Yes. That's all I have for you today.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy my short commentary. Some people are probably mad what I have said, but it is what it is. I think it's better to be honest, to be open about some things, than pretend that there is no problem and be like this sneaky snake and try to pretend to be someone else.
Yeah, that's why I like his videos, because he seems genuine, even though he has some crazy takes sometimes, so you don't know whether you have to take him seriously or not. But he doesn't come out and bullshit people about video games like other people do, you know? quote unquote bigger content creators that get paid to play the game, so they can't really go and bash it in the first couple of weeks.
Take it or leave it. Up to you. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay, so I was expecting like an actual information about the downfall of the game, but I guess we got Aion 2 hype. What can I say? We are pretty hyped for that. I guess we didn't find out too much about New World. So I'm sorry for the people who enjoyed the game and they played it for years and now it's closing. I get it, but honestly, we're talking about Amazon games here. I mean, it's just this company has never made good decisions about gaming. It's just they never did. So I don't really see how you really thought that this game was gonna last this long. I mean, it has New World only has like Steam charts, right? So New World Steam charts. Is it only on Steam? I think so, right? So all-time peak. I mean, this can be bots and stuff. Holy shit, 7,000. Damn. Okay, so they got a lot of people here in October. Okay. November 2022 were a lot. And what about like 1 year? No, it's that they just have like 25 people, whatever. They had 3,000 here. So the peak. Okay, so they kind of went down to 3,000 after 1 month. Like you literally have probably the bots, and then after a couple of months, wow! After a couple of months, like from January, we had 117k, and then it just drops down. Like March was a big drop, 32k. So it kind of lingers around 30k, a big drop. Then you get you got a rise again in November after a year. I think this is probably an expansion. Okay, I would say that I don't know. So they're not really like 20k people around. Whoa, this is worse. 77k. I think so. I don't know. Like, can you, if you had a subscription, and per month you had like, let's say 30k people, and you have, let's say a subscription of $15, right? Let's say 15. So we got 450k per month from players, and this is without cosmetics and stuff, right? So only like a subscription. For 1 year, per year you will have 5,400,000, but then you have taxes and shit, so probably minus 30%. So you will have like minus 0.3. Okay, so you got 3,780,000 maybe after taxes, which is debatable. And then you have the salary of the people, right? So that's also like, I don't know how much salaries in total would be per year to like a gaming company like this, but it shouldn't be too much. I think they could still turn out a profit maybe, but maybe the profit was just not there. I mean, I think if you have a stable 30k people, at least for Aion, like the worst case scenario for Aion would be like having like a stable maybe 30 to 50k people, which I hope doesn't happen, but I'm just thinking of the worst scenario here. And I think the game could still go on little by little, but we'll see. Yeah, so big hype, bots. Then you had this, and then a very big drop from here. So interesting. Look, I've been playing other video games that are kind of like in a halt right now. Like you have Star Wars: The Republic, which is a game that I really loved when it came out. I'm just not even playing it actively right now, just because there hasn't been any major updates in the game. But the game is still alive thanks to EA, which is kind of hard to say thanks to EA because they usually are not always making good decisions. But hey, Amazon Games, guys, come on, they never really did any kind of good decisions when it came to gaming. Like there's literally never in the history of Amazon when they had a game where they made good decisions about it. So you know, they're mostly publishers, they're not like a development team. And unfortunately, whoever decided to close the studio down, you know, obviously is not a gamer. It's probably like an investor or something. So it's not really great to see a game dying. But this was like this was coming. I mean, I looked at the game and the gameplay on YouTube. I don't really like. It's not really my type of gameplay. Like you don't really have like too much. So if you go here, New World, you know, gameplay, whatever. Like it's just. And let's say 2 months ago, maybe, right? So this is like a. These are like two like. I need like older videos. I write New World, and it's just this might be interesting to see, but I need some older shit. Like Eternum, right? So yeah, 1 year ago, huge patch launch, whatever. It's just really not my type of game because you don't really have a lot of skills. Like you only have 2 weapons, and you know, it had some potential, but look at this. I don't know, not my thing, to be honest. It doesn't have any depth to it, if you ask me. Look, I'm sorry that the game got closed, but I'm not surprised, and you guys should not cry over Amazon, honestly. I mean, they don't really deserve anything good for them because they always fuck up stuff. So I think this will be a very similar situation with Aion too, depending on how things go with NCSoft, because we are afraid of what's gonna have to happen when it releases globally. But you know, as for the New World, guys, come on, just get over it. You know, it's not the only game out there, and maybe someone will do a private server with the game. You never know. Like I think if it's possible to do a private server with New World, you guys might be able to play it still. So, you know, maybe there'll be something related to that. So yeah. All in all, guys, there are a lot of MMORPGs on the market that you can choose from. Don't be stuck up in only one game, because if you're an MMORPG player like me, you're gonna find something to play. You know, it's not the end of the world. And yeah, I guess we didn't really find out too much about Dawnfall. I mean, Dawnfall is that they don't have a player base. Like you are. Who's sad that New World closes? The 10k people that are still playing it. I mean, if someone does a video saying that they're sorry New World closed, but they don't really play it as their main game, I can't really take that seriously. You know, some people are, but you have to understand, you guys have like 10k people online in a month. on Steam charts. I mean, that's not really healthy. That's not a healthy game. There's some things happening in the game that doesn't make people play it, and even if you are having fun in it, you know, you're only 10k people. And hey, if the same thing happens with Aion 2, okay, I don't think it will, but you know, it is what it is. Whether the game will be successful or not, you know, I'm not gonna brood over it. You know, I'll just find something else to play. So you know, enjoy your time with any game that you're playing, but don't just be brooding over a studio that's interested more in money than in their game. Also, like, you had 4 years of this game. Like, are you really sad that you played for 4 years straight? I mean, come on. If I had a game that I really like to play and played it for 4 years, I'd be like, bro, I played this game so much, I'm not even sorry it closed. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's hard to obviously feel the same things as you do, but you know, I kind of came to even a conclusion. Even when Star Wars: The Old Republic is gonna close at some point, I think I'm not gonna be brooding too much over it. I do like the Star Wars all lore universe, and it's the only video game that's in that era, specific to the Old Republic era, and it has a very nice feeling about it when you play it. But once you reach the end game, it doesn't really bring anything new, and neither did New World. I mean, what did New World do in relationship to content to bring something new that's not already on the market? If you stay and think about it, you know, nothing. And I don't think Aion 2 will be that different, but Aion 2 has certain mechanics and things from Aion 1 that Aion 1 had, where other games never really had that. You know, different type of content combining PvE and PvP and so on. And I don't see that in most games. Like, most MMOs just copy each other. They just copy the way the content works, and they're not trying to come out with anything original. So even with this new game that's been coming out, you know, Fellowship. I mean, what's so great about Fellowship? What does it bring new that you don't already have? You know, you already have Mythic Plus in WoW, so what's the point of playing Fellowship? Unless you're someone chasing the leaderboards, which I can understand that, and you want to play for that. But other than that, what's great about it? You don't even have an immersive world. You just have your character in the city and just teleport to the dungeon every time to do it, which in some ways is fine. I obviously don't like to spend half an hour going to a dungeon just to get to the entrance. But you know, there's nothing new to it. It's just a game that uses an already existing mechanic in a different game, and it just brings it to you in a different format, where, you know, different graphics and some classes that are new or whatever, and the skills, but everything else is the same. There's nothing really more that has more depth to it. There literally isn't, and I'm calling it here that Fellowship is. I don't think it's gonna be as successful as people think it will be. You know, just because, you know, there's nothing new. It's just recycled mechanics from other games. So what's there to be excited about? You know. Well, I think this is it. I was actually expecting to see more info from Divium about the actual downfall, but maybe this is better. Maybe not going into like all the depths and politics and stuff about, because politics has no place in gaming. You know, the game is closing just because I mean, honestly, you have 10k players online. What do you expect, really? It's actually a miracle that they keep it alive for like 2 years with like 20k people playing it. So I would say that's a big win for you guys. It's time to move on, and we're gonna check out news and related stuff with what's going to happen next with different games, and obviously Aion 2. Get ready. We're gonna be streaming on Twitch and all of the platforms at Vanda1 Gaming.